Hey everybody, it's Diane Brendan Moody here again with another episode of 50 Something Love, the podcast that discusses all aspects of dating over 50. Yippee! So, one other topic that I wanted to cover and was asked for was how to deal with living in small towns in rural areas. Where do you meet people? This is a challenging one, isn't it? Although I don't think it's impossible. So I'll give you a couple of ideas that you can do to talk about with small towns and rural areas. Number one, you are probably going to be driving more. So make sure that the areas you set if you're doing online dating are a little bit wider, a little bit further away. Um, if you're not online dating, then some of the places that you go and visit, the activities that you do, then you may be driving there a little bit. I think that you need to be very realistic with yourself in terms of what are you willing to do on a weekly basis or more. If you get into a relationship with somebody while you're living in a small town and presumably they don't live there, I have said this before, distance is extremely difficult to maintain. Is it possible? Of course it is. People do it. Is it fun? No, it's not. Um, does it does it impede you? It sure does. I've done it twice. I don't want to do it again. I'm married, so I don't have to. He's in the next room, not in the next county. But what you need to look at is, again, what you're willing to do long term. So, what I know about small communities, rural areas, is that they usually have some kind of community get togethers. There's the annual fair, there may be the state fair, the county fair, there may be a rodeo. I'm from Texas, you can always find a rodeo. There's usually a dance hall of some kind. There are usually uh, picnics or something that goes on a community basis. Churches, there are a lot of churches in these areas usually. Um, Maybe not a lot numbers wise, but per capita, there may be churches. And the other resource that you have are friends and family. When you think you're ready to start dating, you just tell a couple of those small town busybodies that you are ready to start dating, and you will have 27 women at your doorstep by tomorrow. So you just have to be a little bit more resourceful. So when you have these events that are going on around this small town or rural area, you need to be thinking in terms of not preying on the people that may be available, but just kind of being aware where they are and being friendly enough to say hello, being friendly enough to ask a question. It doesn't have to be a romance loaded question. It could just be something like, oh, I see you're having one of the waffles. Which is your favorite kind? Or, anything like that. So, what you really want to do is be aware of your surroundings when you're in places like that. If you have a job that interacts with people, that may be a good resource. You have to be a little bit careful there because working with people that you're dating is sometimes prohibited. And if it's a customer, you just really want to be careful that it's not somebody that you're going to lose. Um, but I think just widening your perspective will go a long way. Now, if you really are in the boondocks, if you're in the Australian outback, I can't help you much. You're just going to have to decide that being with people is something you'd like to do. And whether it's occasionally or more often, you're going to have to find a way of interacting with more people. Sometimes people are in these very small towns or rural areas because they don't want to be around people. And then when they want to date, they're kind of screwed. Like, what are we going to do now? Well, you're just going to have to figure that one out. So, I think being involved in clubs, in art, and dancing, sports, pickleball, whatever kind of sport you're into, um, I think doing something like that will help you meet more people. Beyond that, I don't have a whole lot of suggestions for you because rural small town, it can be done, but it's a little tough. It's not always the easiest thing. So I think being aware and asking yourself, is this really where I want to live, or do I want more interaction with people? That would be good. I don't have a ton of ideas for people on this one. I've always been a big city gal myself. So I hope any of that has been helpful. And if it isn't, I'm sure somebody will tell me. Thank you very much for listening. This is another episode of 50 something love, and it's a short one. So that'll give you time to go out in the world and find somebody. Go to your nearest pumpkin patch or pumpkin spice outlet, or I don't know, something like that. Have a good time. Bye bye.